Hello viewers and welcome to the third channel. Now today we are talking about Taskmaster Series 12 Episode 7. Now normally when I do these videos I'm a bit busy on a Friday so I don't get round to it, but this week I was going to be busy but now I'm not, so I've got time to record this video. Now I haven't wrote as many notes as possible because I feel like there's so many tasks, but they're not all tasks I can write notes for very well. So I'm going to change it up. I might stop writing notes and watch it and then explain what happened. Or I might write little notes here and there. What do you think? I feel like I'm going to keep this going because we're almost at the end, but I might not review Series 13 unless it's an incredible lineup, so good I have to talk about it every week, unless that happens, but who knows. Right, let's get into it. Now the prize task was to bring in the most ridiculous thin thing. Now Desiree brought in some dissolving trunks, swimming trunks that dissolve. Morgana brought in Vic Reeves' hair. Gus brought in Where's Wally but Alex Horn. And Alan brought in a LP of the band Wet. They're a band. And so we move on. Task. Oh, and Victoria brought in that homemade thing from earlier, from a few episodes ago. Now, let's talk about my favourite item there. Gotta be Vic Reeves' hair. Just because Rick Reeves, or as if you see him on TV now, Jim Moyer. He was on the Celebrity Landscape Artist of the Year very recently, along with Rose Mattervale, who I really wanted to interview, by the way. And so yeah, but she's had an interesting career so far, but the career's not over yet. Task 1. Morgana and Victoria went first. They were both confused. They did the same thing. Desiree, Alan and Desiree. Alan used a tap. Desiree tried to hammer wood to the wall. Gus used a door to make it. What task was that? Can't speak there, guys. What task was that on about? Well, I was on about where you had snooker balls, or as Desiree calls it, snooker balls, and what it is, right, is these snooker balls, you have to hammer, you have to make a shelf. I've got an example of a shelf. So it's like, what could I use as an example of a shelf? So a hat. You have a hat. This is the Albert Flowerpot hat, if you were wondering. So imagine this hat is on a shelf. Be on a shelf like that. Let's just pat the hat on for now. Anyway, now in this task, you had to put the balls onto the shelf. Was it a good task? Bingo! Yes, it was. But I still miss Marco, the dog. We uploaded a clip about that. Then we move on to task number 2. They all did it at once to choose the products. Now, the jingle task, the musical tasks, in my opinion, are always the best ones. Now, here we go. Now, Morgana, Victoria had terrible jingles. Desiree had a good jingle. Alan's was brilliant. Gus's was okay. Now, you wouldn't see Victoria Corinne Mitchell as a singer, as a musician, doing something musical. Well, that's where the task let her down. It wasn't a very good task for Victoria and Morgana, but Desiree and Alan and Gus did okay. Alan's was my favourite. Now we move on to task number 3. Morgana and Alan and Desiree went first. They did a bad job. The set was nice, yeah. So I think from what I can gather, you're in this building and you have to get the stuff in the tube, in the cardboard box. Now it's a terrible task to write notes for. So we have to move on to the live task. Now, the live task, everyone did it at once. And let me get back to the live task. It was hard to write notes for, and they were drawing. So, for instance, Alan would tell you what to draw without saying how to move your hands, but tell you what to draw in a virtual sense, and you would have to draw it, and you get points. Now, Victoria Corin Mitchell won the episode, which, from my counts, means that all contestants have now at least won one episode. So anyway guys, sorry this video was short. Thank you guys for watching. Time on to out. Bye! Leave in the comment section below ways I can improve this video and this series. Not this video, but me reviewing this series, if you get my drift.